Adding and subtracting decimals is very similar to adding and subtracting whole numbers, with a few minor differences. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your make sure that your decimal points are lined up. Lining up your decimal points will make sure that your place values are lined up. So we have 3 and 4 hundredths minus 2 and 157 thousandths. By those decimal points being lined up, that lines up our ones place, that lines up our tenths place, that lines up our hundredths place, and our thousandths place. Now the other thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that both of the numbers that you're adding or subtracting have the same number of decimal places. Our top one only has 2 decimal places, our bottom one has 3 decimal places. So we want to add a 0 on the top one to give it 3 decimal places, and adding that 0 on the end does not change the value of our top number. So we changed it from 3.04 to 3.040. It is still worth the same, but now it's 3 and 40 thousandths rather than 3 and 4 hundredths. So at this point, we just subtract or add like we normally do. So in this subtraction problem, 0 minus 7, I can't do it. So I go to my neighbor and I borrow. 4 becomes a 3. 0 becomes a 10. Now I can do 10 minus 7. 10 minus 7 is 3. 3 minus 5, I can't do that either. Go to my neighbor, nothing to borrow. So I go to my other neighbor. The 3 becomes a 2. Borrowing across that 0. So that 0 becomes a 9. And this one here gets all 10 cookies. Becomes a 13. 13 minus 5 is 8. 9 minus 1, I can do it, so I do it. 8. Bring down my decimal point. 2 minus 2 is 0. So 3 and 4 hundredths minus 2 and 157 thousandths is 883 thousandths.